what? That's when the equation changed. I used to hate the business so bad. But then when that thing happened, I said, you know what? I can't really depend on the people no more.
No.
I gotta be on my own. So what happened was I looked around the business and I found a gas station in Ecto, Texas. That is kind of, not too big. We had like 4 or 5 employees. And I said, you know what, I need to do something different. So I go ahead and take another risk to buy that store.
By the gas station?
Buy the gas station without knowing anything about how to run the convenience store.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
It's a learning curve for everything.
Learning curve for everything. But I told myself again, I said, you know what, if I can make it to engineering,
I can do this.
I can do this convenience store.
And then also sometimes when we interact with a certain business a lot, like you go to the gas station and stuff, you're thinking, this seems easy. Like he just checking me out. He can check the gas station.
Right.
This is nothing. So sometimes
that's what I thought.
Well, me too. I would think that too.
Let me tell you something, Chris, about the gas station. Just the cigarette alone, it's like 80 different brands that you have to remember. And Chris,
the gas station, huh?
Just the cigarette alone, not to mention tobacco, the lottery, the merchandise, the gum, all those little bitty things. They all have different names, Chris. And I have to know how to price it on each one and everything. And then the cooler, the drink, the restaurant that I have to cook the burger and bologna sandwich.
And then keep the machines up and running.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So what happened was I had my employee training me. When I bought the store, they didn't train me. Took the money and they said, hey, thank you. Bye. And they still sell me gas and that's about it. And I said, what, are you going to do any training? He said, well, there's an employee over there, they can train you. I said, okay, thank you. So I keep learning from my employee, right? I mean, my employee was so kind at the time. I said, look, you guys, I need your help. Don't go anywhere too far. I need all your phone number and name just in case I need help. I'll call you. And they was very nice. My employees, they know I'm a kind man, I'm a funny man, and they want to help me. And I really appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. But then another thing changed. Well, my employee keep training me, right? They train me to do this, to cook burger, to make the meat, to clean the grill, to stock the cooler, to price the merchandise, to run the gas console, to do everything. Different people teach me different things. I'm so thankful. I write it down. Whatever they tell me, I learn it. I write it down. I learn it. And I took a risk because I said, what if they steal money? Then, what am I going to do? But there's nothing I can do. I got to keep learning as much as I can. But here's the deal, my employees, they're just employees. They're not the one to pay the expenses, whatever they do, they still get paid the same thing, the same amount. So employee they just work hard enough so that they don't get fired. And the boss is not that stupid either. Boss just pay enough so they don't quit. So when I come boss, I say, wow, this is something new. So what I did was I learned everything. And my employee, when they training me, they get used to it. They thought they're my mentor. They thought they're my boss. They keep telling me what to do this, do this, do this, do this, Chris. So I did what I was told, and then 3 months later, I learned everything. And I said, you know what? I need to take control of my business. If I don't, then I'm going to be on a highway. So I made a change. A management change. It's called management modification in the engineering term, right? So I called a meeting, right? I started to get serious. I called the meeting one evening, provide pizza, free pizza. I said, y'all, we're going to have a get-together meeting, and y'all come, and I order pizza. And all of them came. So in that meeting, Chris, I was not joking. So I thank them for the meeting, I thank them for the service, I thank them for the training. But here's the question that I asked. I said, now you trained me for 3 months now. But the deal is I'm very tired. That's number one. Number two, you guys don't do a whole lot of work. You just train me what to do, and you sit down and giggling and laughing and just wait for the customer. That ain't cool.
Yeah.
So I said, here's the first question that I have for you guys. Who is paying whom?
You had to lay down the law, huh?
Lay down the law, lay down the foundation, and then look at each other and say, oh no, what's the question? He said, so then you answer nothing. I said, if I don't mind working for you guys, if you pay me, I work for you. But if I pay you, you have to work for me. So from now on, when I pay you, you have to work for me. If you don't work, it's okay, I'm not getting mad at you, but I'm just going to hire someone else to replace you because I know what to do already.
It's nothing personal, huh?
Nothing personal. Business, I have to be in business.
Yes, especially, you got to be a business owner. You got to take that leadership role.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is so true. Like playing the poker.
Yeah.
I met the guy over there, his name Joe Brewer, right? He's a very good poker player. And I asked him, I said, Joe, what does it take to be a good poker player? How do you win the money, in short? And he said, it's a very simple thing. It's PPP. And I said, what's that mean? He said, position, patience, and power. He said, when you play poker, the good hand don't come every hand. But you have to be patient. So when you have patience, you know your position and you have the power to bet. That's how you win big. I said, wow, this is great. Thank you. And he said, now what is your strategy to be a good businessman? I said, very similar, Joe. I said, it's PPPKS. He said, what the heck is that supposed to mean? It said position, power, stuff like that. I said, no, it's not the same. He said, what is it? I said, pay, keep some. That's what I told him. It's very simple. So he said, okay, he liked that, right? So that's when I take control of my business, Chris. And I've been running that business for 10 years approximately.
Oh, 10?
10 years. But see, the thing is, I'm kind of guy that enjoys challenge. I don't just sit over there. I get so bored doing the same thing again and again and again, Chris. And plus, when you own the business, it's actually the business on me.
Yeah. You got to work for it.
There's a lot of rule and regulation that I have to comply by, that I have to purchase my own goods, pricing, cooking, everything, you name it. Next thing I know is 10 years. I said, oh my gosh, I haven't been in a lot of places ever since I do the business.
Oh, you haven't traveled?
I have not, you can't.
No.
Because when you travel, you know what happened? Things grow legs and walk away. You know what they said when the cat's away, the mouse
will play.
Is at play. That's what I love. But hey, the thing, I don't blame my employees, Chris. Most employees need to be told what to do.
Yeah, the mindset is different.
The mindset is different. But the business owner, you got to think ahead. You cannot wait over there and be told what to do.
No, you got to go.
No, you got to go. You got to think about it, brainstorm. I'm glad I was an engineer. And you think of how do you drive your business from point A to point B?
Yes.
What do you want, or what's your goal actually? So, for 10 years, I think, you know what, I got enough of this. I got to go. Again, I got to discover again because I enjoy challenges, so I sold a lot of them. And do something different.
Yeah.
And when I sold a lot of them, I tried to come back to engineering one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I thought, well, maybe I'll try the engineer again until I find something else. But I tell you what, it's different.
Yeah, it's different change.
Different change. Every time I put the application, they said, where was I? I said, I run a convenience store. Oh, okay, no more job, no job. So no one need me no more. Then I got depressed. I said, oh my God, I spent so much time in school and study so hard. I'm a good citizen. I'm a hard worker. I'm not lazy, anything like that. But why don't they need me? That is the question. So I feel so depressed. I feel worthless at home. So I thought, you know what? Let's do something different. So I searched around and I found one job called translating opportunity, and I took that before I found this company. So my wife got laid off, and she went to take a class called salon class, and she met this lady, and her husband is with WFG.
Oh, okay.
So he was the one that invited me.
Okay.
So he invited me the first time in around October, and I told the man I was in the middle of translation. I said, "Don't mind me, I don't have time. Sorry. Please check back with me in about 3 months, and maybe I have time then." So I finished the project, this and that. 3 months, the guy called me back. They said, "Tank, you got to come take a look at this, man. It's a very good thing for you. Good thing for me, good thing for you." That's what he said. And so I said, "Well, you know, I got to check it out, because in Cambodian term, you know, when people ask you to do something initially, at least check it out."
Oh, okay.
Because you don't, then you let the opportunity pass. That's a cliche. So I said, you know what, why not I go over there? So he tried to show me presentation, this and that, and I got so scared. I said, what did this guy try to sell to me? Is it some sort of scam or something, or whatever it is? I didn't get it. He told me a lot of stuff, and he got a very heavy accent also. Vietnamese, okay? And I got my own accent, right? I'm not saying my English is better. But anyway, I asked him, I said, okay, I kind of get what you tell me at the time, that I have to trust you. I said, you mentioned something about membership and education. How much is membership? He said $100. I said, is it monthly or annually or quarterly? He said, no, it's only one time. I said, you know what? That's pretty good.
I can do that.
I can do that. So I head out for my wallet. I said, you take cash or credit card? He said, cash better. I took $100. I said, okay, I'll tell you what, I trust you for inviting me here. Here's $100. Sign me in to be a member.
Sign me up.
Sign me up. So I got signed up, and I come to the BPM. At the time, they didn't have this blue book at all. It didn't come out yet. So I go to BPM, I learn this and that, you know, a little bit here and there. And then the convention came out in San Jose, California, 3 months later. And I registered for that convention, because I don't need to be forced to do anything. I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I want to go see the company. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Because I don't understand those guys that trained me in the office initially. So I went over there to San Jose. Here's what I saw. I saw this coach named Swan Nguyen. He was on stage, right? He was interviewing the president from UC Berkeley.
Oh, wow.
On stage. I said, wow. How can that guy invite the president of UC Berkeley to come and talk to him? Guy like me, they don't even accept me to go over there. I said, so this guy must be something, somebody. So I listened to him, Chris, and he mentioned about the crisis that we're gonna face, like tuitions rising, the uncertainty of the employment in America, the robotics gonna take away a lot of jobs, you know. We talk about the retirement crisis. I said, wow, this guy is actually visionary. And I took him very seriously.
You can see what's coming.
Yes. So that's what keep me with WFG, WSB, because it's something like you have people, they have a heart to serve the people. But the funny thing about this business is you got rejection. Even from my own family. They didn't believe in it. They thought I get something to scam or something. My son jump up and down and tell me not to start anything like that. You know, I'm an engineer, should find an engineer job, this and that. But for me, I saw something different from the convention. I saw people making money. I saw people, young people, wearing the green jacket. I said, what is that green jacket? They said, well, green jacket is called $1 million minimum. I said, what? Is it real? A lot of them. I said, you know what? There must be something good. So I stayed.
Something going on.
Something going on. I stayed, Chris. I stayed until today. And the longer I stay with this company, I know it's the most powerful company. It's like that I ever found. When I say the most powerful company, it's like this. People are so friendly. There's no inside politics, right? You got flexible time. You educate the people. So I told you I went to Israel, right? When I went to Israel, Chris, I saw a lot of Israel flags and the WSB flags all over Jerusalem. Wow, because of the super trip, they took people over there.
Yeah.
I said, wow, this is great. So this is a good company to be with. I know that for sure. But it has been, and I have been with them and educate our family because, you know, like I said, I came to this country because of poverty, because of ignorance, and here we are, we educate the people on financial literacy campaign, Chris.
So you just open their eyes as far as their finances, how to use their finances, educating on different subjects of their finances?
You know, basically what they do is show people a way to make money, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And the money is not easy to make.
Yeah, well,
you got to pay the price to make the money.
Well, anything that's too easy, you got to watch it a little bit.
That's right, so because it's too easy.
Yeah.
You know, it may not be true.
Yeah, you want it to be a little hard, and that's
sweat, blood, and tears.
Yeah, you want to put that into it. That's paying the price.
Yeah, and when you get your money, what you can do with the money? I can't just be wasting the time. I can't invest in the stock market all the time. I lose all my money. So what I did do is, so WFG actually teach people how to make money. It show people how to make money. Save money, grow money, protect the money.
That's simple, huh?
It's that simple. And that is the foundation. And then all of these financial foundation, like setting the solid financial foundation, proper protection, all that, they're just a detail. But the main thing is right here, these four things. And, you know, for your information, we do have the courtesy workshop, Grace. It's free of charge.
Yeah, I've been to it.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I have been inviting a lot of people, and a few show up, and a lot of people don't show up, and here is my understanding recently. You know, when you offer something free to people, they think it has no value.
Yes, that's very true.
And they form the skeptical feeling. That, okay, it must be some sort of scam. They said, hey, nothing, you know, this is a free country, but everything you have to pay for it.
Yeah, everything in America,
right?
You got to pay for it.
Yeah.
And you have to think about like when you do the timeshares or you do any of them where they offer you a free trip.
Yeah.
And then they want you to sit in a 3-hour seminar and then at the end try to sell you a huge trip. So
you know, I got so nervous one time we're talking about the timeshare, Chris. That reminded me like 20 years ago. So it was somewhere here in Dallas. You know, they invite me and my wife over there. I went over there to the seminar, and they show us this, they show us that, you know, and after that, they said they lure you to buy stuff.
Yeah.
They gave me a lamb, Egyptian lamb at the time. I said, wow, that lamb was cool. So I take that one. They said, well, you take a lamb, you have to sign this up, or this and that, we send you information, this, that. The guy actually tried to sell me something that I just don't feel right. I didn't buy it. I bought it and I canceled it the next day, but I keep the lamb. But I was so scared. But here is different deal.
Yeah.
Here it's like they have a free workshop that really benefit a lot of like young people, the millennium or the family. They try to build a family. You know, they teach like there's 5 workshops, right? It's free of charge. So the workshop number 1 is they're gonna teach you how to increase the cash flow and debt management.
Yes.
You need to climb out of debt. You know, I listen to Dave Ramsey a lot.
Yeah.
He said, you know, whatever you do, you cannot dig your hole out of debt, because if you dig it, you get deeper and deeper into it. You have to climb out of debt.
That's true.
Thank you, Dave Ramsey. I know. We need to climb out of debt.
Okay.
And it's called debt management. They teach you how to debt roll up, pay this first, be disciplined with this money, what's not, right? So that is workshop number 1. Workshop number 2 is building a strong financial foundation with proper protection. You know, people don't take it seriously. If you build a strong financial foundation, you know, when your financial storm hits you,
you'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Just like the Bible said.
Yeah.
The Bible said what? Build
upon the rock.
Build the house on the rock. Why? Because when the rain comes, the wind blows, the water rise. Then what you gonna do? Hopefully your house still standing. So for some people, you think it's kind of funny idea, but for me, I think this is an honest truth.
So the first one is increase your flow, debt management.
Cash flow, debt management.
Second one is build a strong financial foundation.
With proper protection.
Okay, what's the third one?
The proper protection is like a foundation. The third one is building wealth and asset accumulation.
Building wealth, okay.
Yes. And the fourth one is retirement planning, wealth preservation. And then the fifth one, since we are a business entity, we need to make money.
Yes, I like that.
If you go over there to learn and you don't do anything anyway, it's just knowledge. Knowledge is just, we used to be thinking like knowledge is power, but it's really not. Knowledge is only potential power. If you apply it, it becomes power. You act it properly, it becomes power. So we invite people also to look into our business, Chris. It's like, workshop number 5 is building a business in the financial industry. If they found this class to be very beneficial for their family, because if this class tend to be beneficial and useful for their family, you're going to learn a lot of formula, this, that, and compound interest and all. If they need it, other people need it too. Because to be in business, Chris, you have to have a great idea. You have to have the vision.
Yeah, you have to have
so what can you do to provide it to the public, the customer? It's the demand, the need, the man and the product. What can you offer? Because you don't have the right thing to offer, you cannot be in business. So this business has been around for over 30 years. And it's keep growing and growing. We got people that laugh at these people, but whatever you do, people laugh at you anyway. But the people that take it very seriously,
no matter what you do,
no matter what you do,
they gonna laugh. Yeah.
They gonna laugh. They think it's not gonna work. Like when I start engineering, I've got friends that say, "Hey, why bother engineering? It's not gonna work for you." And they knew because I didn't have education. But for me, it's different. For me, I say, you know what? If I put my mind to do something,
do it.
I believe in myself. I'm a risk taker.
I love it.
I'm a businessman, and so whatever I do, I say, you know what? Other people think I cannot do it. I'm gonna prove them wrong, because if I do it and I walk away from something, and they watching me like 3, 4, 5 years later, they say, "See, I told you, you didn't listen, you hardhead. I know you couldn't do it." Right? So what I do, I say, you know what? I'm going to prove you wrong, pal.
Yes.
I can do this thing. I believe in this thing. And this thing, it's a lot of company behind it, Chris. There's a lot of products.
Yeah, so that kind of strengthened your foundation in believing in that company.
Yeah. Because let's say you're a president of the company, right?
I am.
Yeah. And let's say of a really huge company.
Oh.
And the question is, would you rather hire 50,000 employees to work for you, while you have to pay office, you pay sick day, you pay vacation for all your employees and their family, or do you want to use the agent, the employee for free? You use it for free, because WFG is like a pool of people, of agent, licensed agent, right? Independent business entrepreneurship owner, based on their performance.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened? What it is we represent a lot of companies. So a lot of companies want to come in. They say, you know what? I don't have to pay these people the employee, the vacation, the sickness, the health insurance, and cut on all those expense and use it for free because they're licensed. So we are licensed and we are allowed to write the policy. You have to have a license because the state don't monkey around with people with no license, by the way. So if you're licensed, you're regulated by the state, how can you be a scam?
That's true.
Because license is license.
Yeah.
The driver license is a license to drive. This license is to give you the legality to drive the business. But here's the question. Most people quit. You know why? Because they have the license, but they don't know how to run the business. When you have the license, but you cannot drive a car, then even though you have a SUV Mercedes, chances are you're going to hit somebody.
Yeah, hit somebody.
And you're going to mess up your car, right? It's the same thing here. So right now, Chris, the coach come up with a brilliant idea. Because used to be a lot of people come and they quit. But now here's the deal. When you come in to take the class and you decide to be a member, they set up what they call the training academy. And the training academy will teach you the engine to drive the business, to understand clearly the compensation, to understand the business, what they are, what is WFG, what is WSB. It's like a vehicle and a driver. How do you compensate? How do you build team? Because, like they said, the Chinese people say like this, Chris. They said if you want 1 year of prosperity, you grow the green. If you want 10 years of prosperity, you grow the tree. If you want 100 years of prosperity, you grow people. This company build people, Chris. There's no inventory. Your inventory is the people that you invite in to educate them, to have discipline and responsibility for their family, to offer a needed product, shall they decided to take action on it. And if they do, they will benefit. You know, because a lot of people, you know, when they earn the money, what they do? They invest, right? You cannot eat it all. You kind of think, but put some for your retirement when you quit working. So what most people do, Chris, there's 4 things that we know, and most people just not sure. Some people do, some people don't. Most people will tell you that they want safety for investment, right? So what they do? They put the money in the bank. Well, the bank has safety, you know, it's a really great safety feature, but is it growth? There's no growth. You put in checking, saving, and CD. You see the inflation right here? In this book right here, it's, the average is about 3 to 3.5%. If you get anything less than 3% a year, then the inflation will eat up the value of your money, right? Like 100 years, 20 years ago, $100 20 years ago, you can buy a lot of stuff. $100 a day, not a whole lot. That's number 1, safety. Okay, so number 2, some people say, hey, I don't want to put no money in the bank. I want something growth. I want to multiply my money. And a lot of people, myself including 20 years ago when I was an engineer, I thought I was so smart, but not financially. You know, people play stock. People slave stock in the market, but the stock market, you know, if you're a broker, it's like you forecast the weather. Is it going to rain? Or what's the most likely going to rain? This and that, but it's only short term. But the long term, you can't tell. These people are the same way. How can they tell 20 years from now, 10 years from now? So I don't trust my money with them anymore, having experienced losing a lot of money in the stock market. So the bottom line is the stock market has growth, but it is no guaranteed safety, because if the stock market goes down, you might lose everything. So, and then another thing that people forget to talk about when they do investment is it's something called taxation. You know, I'm proud of this country because of taxation, because our country is very strong because of taxation. We use the money to build road, to defend our country, this or that. But I want to pay to my fair share, you know, because I like other citizens. But when I invest my money, there are 3 things that people need to think about, Chrissy. You see right here, where you put your money, really, it show in here. It show in the United States, where do you put your money? You put in checking, savings, CD, stock, mutual fund, that's called tax now. So what I mean is, at the end of the year, you know, if you earn any interest at all, they're going to send you the 1099 dash INT, I believe. That's for the interest that you earn for that year. So when you file your income tax, you need to include it in your income tax. That's tax now. Tax later or tax deferred. That's how we teach the public.